When it comes to cardio, there can be several forms that all work in a different way, depending on the intensity, the duration of practice, and the rhythm. If you want the kind of cardio that doesn't crush you yet still delivers real results, then Zone 2 is it. Today, we will teach you what Zone 2 is, then how to find it in 2 minutes. We'll also give you a simple 4-week plan to start, explain to you how to combine it with strength training, and reveal to you the 3 mistakes that hinder the effects of this technique. But first, hi guys, and welcome back to Fit Body Facts, the place that breaks down for you fitness, nutrition, and health, so that you can just smartly put it in practice. Okay, to start, let's picture this. Imagine a traffic light for cardio rhythm. Zone 1, very soft green. You walk quietly. Zone 2, orange. You move fast enough to work, but you can still speak in normal sentences. Zone 3, red. You breathe hard, and you can't talk without stopping. So, Zone 2 equals I can discuss. It's the pace of your cardio exercise, where you can still speak in full sentences without gasping for air. It's the perfect pace to burn off energy without burning out. Let's keep it simple. Zone 2 is a moderate, comfortable effort. Your breathing is steady. You're working, but you're in control. If you can't say a full sentence, you're going too hard. If you could sing without effort, you're probably going too easy. The reason Zone 2 is powerful is that you can hold it long enough to create change. A stronger heart, better endurance, and better use of fat for fuel during the session. It also helps you recover, so you can train again tomorrow. At this easy, moderate speed, your body uses more fat for fuel, and because it feels comfortable, you can go longer and do it more often. A study conducted by PubMed showed that maximal fat oxidation typically occurs around moderate effort for many people. Over a few weeks, it also builds your cells tiny engines called mitochondria, so you burn fat more efficiently at the same effort. However, fat loss still needs a sensible diet, but Zone 2 makes it easier. More minutes moving, less stress on your body, and steady, repeatable progress.
Now, how do you find Zone 2 without any device? Use the conversation test, start walking briskly, ride a bike, hop on a rowing machine, or climb stairs. Now, talk out loud. If you can say 2 full sentences in a row without pausing for breath, you're almost certainly in Zone 2. If you can only squeeze out a few words, dial it back. If you feel bored and could recite lyrics comfortably, speed up a little. That's the fastest free method. If you prefer a number, use effort on a scale from 1 to 10. That's called RPE, rate of perceived exertion. Zone 2 lives around 3 to 4 out of 10. You're moving, you're warming, you could keep going for a while, and you finish feeling better than when you started. If you have a heart rate monitor, here's a quick guide. Aim for roughly 60 to 70% of your maximum heart rate. For many people, that lands somewhere between 110 and 140 beats per minute, depending on age and fitness. Start there, then confirm with the talk test. Your body's feedback always wins. If you're losing the ability to talk in sentences, back off. If you're cruising without focus, nudge the pace.
Now let's make this practical with a 4-week starter plan. Choose the activity that's easiest to repeat. Brisk walking outdoors, treadmill, cycling, or rowing. Consistency beats perfection. Week 1, 3 sessions of 25 minutes in Zone 2. Week 2, 3 sessions of 28 minutes. Week 3, 3 sessions of 30 minutes. Week 4, 3 sessions of 32 to 35 minutes. Each session starts with 5 easy minutes to settle in. Then you hold your Zone 2 rhythm, and you finish with 2 calm minutes to cool down. If you miss a day, don't try to double up. Just pick up the next session and keep the streak alive.
What about strength training? Keep it simple. If you lift on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, place Zone 2 on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. If you prefer to combine, put your Zone 2 after your strength work, not before. Keep it easy enough that you finish fresh, not drained. Zone 2 should support your lifting, not steal from it. If your goal is fat loss, here's the truth. Zone 2 increases your weekly activity without frying your nervous system. It makes it easier to move more days in a row, which helps your overall energy balance. But it cannot outrun a chaotic diet. Pair steady Zone 2 with consistent meals, protein at each meal, and enough sleep. The magic is easy work done often. How will you know it's working? In 2 to 4 weeks, you should notice one of 2 things. At the same pace, your heart rate is lower than before. or at the same heart rate, your pace is faster than before. Stairs feel calmer. Recovery after hard sets improves. You can track this with 3 quick notes after each session: duration, approximate average heart rate or effort out of 10, and 1 sentence about how it felt.
If you don't have a device, don't wait to start. The talk test and the effort scale are enough. If you do have a device, use it as a gentle guardrail, not a prison. Some days, your heart rate will be higher in the heat or after coffee. Some days, it will be lower when you're well rested. Adjust with how you feel and keep the rhythm. Now, here are the 3 mistakes that kill your efforts in Zone 2. Mistake 1. Going too fast. It's tempting to chase sweat and speed, but if you breathe too hard to talk, you've drifted into a higher zone. You'll get tired sooner and cut the session short. Slow down to go longer. Mistake 2. Going too short. Under 20 minutes of True Zone 2 doesn't give you much time at the target intensity. Aim for 25 to 35 minutes for a meaningful dose. Mistake 3. Zero hydration and zero plan. Take a few sips of water and schedule your 3 weekly slots just like meetings. A plan on the calendar beats motivation.
I know this was a lot of information, especially if you've never heard of Zone 2 before. So let's wrap this up with a little recap. Zone 2 is the I can still talk pace. Find it with the talk test or aim for 3 to 4 out of 10 effort, or roughly 60 to 70% of your max heart rate. Do it 2 to 3 times per week for 25 to 35 minutes. Keep it easy, stay consistent, drink a little water, and track these 3 simple numbers after each session. Your time, your intensity, can be your average heart rate or your RPE, and your output, which is the pace or the distance you did. Give it 4 weeks and notice how your body moves and recovers.
If you want help getting started, begin with a brisk walk. Set a timer for 25 minutes. Keep a pace where you could tell a friend a story without stopping. Do that 3 times this week. Next week, add 3 minutes. That's Zone 2. Easy to start, easy to repeat, and surprisingly effective. If you liked this video, share it with a friend to teach them something too.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content on fitness, nutrition, and health to help you optimize your fitness journey. We'll see you there. Bye.